reacting to my Premier League predictions. I've been doing this since 2016-17 season. That year I got one right, Crystal Palace. 17-18, 3 teams, Man United, Newcastle and Watford. 18-19, 4 teams, Man United, Everton, Leicester and Bournemouth. And I should have got the top 2 right, 1 point difference. And Liverpool only lost 1 game. 19-20, 1 team, Man United. I'm good at knowing where they will finish. 2021, 3 teams, City, Liverpool and West Brom. 21-22, 7, the top 3, and then Leicester, Palace, Southampton and Norwich. I think that was everyone. And that asterisk next to Man United is I thought Ole would get sacked. And 22-23 I went down to 3 teams right, but my greatest prediction ever, Arsenal second. And that was before they played their first game. And then I somehow got Villa right when they had Gerrard at the start, and then Wolves. Also Southampton to go down. I did 2 predictions, one before the season started and one when the transfer window shot, the same with the Championship. On this one I got 6. Man City, Liverpool, Fulham, Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Luton and Sheffield United. And then I'm way up with 6 teams. Then on this one it was 4 teams, Man City, Chelsea, Bournemouth and Luton. So I'll just pretend this one doesn't exist. On the Championship, I think I got 2 for both. Leicester and Norwich, then Plymouth and Norwich. Another brilliant season for the Gunners, but they haven't won anything. Arteta has won FA Cup with a squad that wasn't his. Man United have been crap and could win more trophies again this season. 29 goals conceded is impressive when this season is the record for most goals in a season, mainly because Sheffield United exist. Man United's 58 is the joint 5th best. I heard Don Robbie say that Arsenal have only lost 1 game this calendar year. I didn't know the season started in 2024. What about the start of the season? Game 1, Ramsdale's in goal, Partey right back, White centre back, Magalhaes on the bench, and Carrier's up front. You're lucky the Forest team was a bit weird. At least 6 of those players don't play for them anymore. The Fulham game is on the thumbnail. Andreas Pereira, first minute. How many times are they going to keep doing this? Bournemouth and Southampton the year before? I can't really tell what Watford have conceded the quickest goal in Premier League history. It was the Shane Long, Southampton. And then Fabio Vieira gets a lot of stick, but he changed the game. I think he won a penalty. And then Batty gets him off in the 85th minute, but Fulham go and equalise from a corner. What was happening in this game when the 2 managers got yellow cards? And I swear Dharma Traore nearly won it. People said it was this game when they lost the title. Not really. Villa are 4th, Fulham are 13th, and we're down to 10 men and just sold their striker. And that game week had some freak results. The Burnley game, both keepers messed up. And on the Sunday this happened. No Sky, I don't want it. Man United, Gabriel got back in. They nearly lost this game, but natural. It's Son's fault they didn't win the league. They're not wrong. Gabriel Jesus and Jorginho are double agents.
We've just beat Aston Villa 4-2. 4-2! 4-2! Well done, Emi Martinez! Jorginho! Unbelievable, incredible. This is why we want to be champions, because we never gave up. Yep. Even though we went 2 goals behind, 2-1, 2-2, we still came back and we beat them. And what is so funny, listen, I rate Emi, he's won the World Cup. Yep. We should have kept him, but the amount of time he wasted came back toward him. And you know the funny thing is, Jorginho's shot hit him on the head and went in. You couldn't make that up. I'm telling you something. We're all going to win the lottery tonight because that is absolutely amazing. And these stupid, arrogant, foolish Villa fans, they need to go back to Birmingham where they belong. Because Birmingham City is their team. Well, I hope we get listen, I respect Unai, but I hope Villa get relegated. You are crap. You're the worst team in the world. You're the worst team. How dare you think you could be us? The worst team in the world. The worst team in the world. And one thing I will say, Emi Martinez, you're only won the World Cup. I'm grateful for your own goal. Villa, you're the worst team. Unai, leave them. Unai, leave Birmingham. 4-2. 4-2. Champions incoming. Hopefully. Come on.
Look how many minutes in Carrio's getting at the start. And then for the running, I'll tell I only trust him against Luton Town at home when they're probably winning 2-0 already. He wouldn't even start for Luton. No, with Fabio Vieira. We can't forget that David Moyes has beat Arsenal twice this season when you took their star player. But it's alright because you won 6-0. The West Ham home game was disgusting. West Ham ain't good defensively but have good players going forwards. Paquetá got injured in that game, by the way. And that's with Ogbonna and Mavropanos at the back. Ogbonna was passed it 4 years ago, and Mavropanos, who scored, played for Arsenal. Odegaard was doing loads of flicks and backfields in the first 10 minutes. Do that 3-0. Earlier in December, they had one at Spurs. Interestingly enough, they were both on Thursday night. Maybe because they're used to playing on Thursday, they won. I watched the Bournemouth game over the Championship final day. Bournemouth should have got their second 9-0 defeat in back-to-back seasons like Southampton. Havertz at Leverkusen got more hype than worse this game, and he's just won a league season unbeaten. Second half of the season, it's been quality. There are 2 late winners against Brentford. They needed to give him a penalty against Bournemouth to get his confidence up. Trossard-Digno, I've always rated. Hat-trick for Brian at Anfield. He's a better signing than Midwick because he's got Premier League experience already and is in his prime. Lee Gunner's done about 200 van videos this season. Both times to be in Brentford. I'm trying not to laugh here. You can't sack him when the points total's gone up every year. Arteta's got to win something next season. I don't think they're getting 89 points or more again, even if they sign Mbappe. I only put Saka and Gabriel in my team of the season. Even Saliba said Gabriel's been better this season.
Who does Gabriel think is the best centre-back in the Premier League? So you have to write what you think Gabriel will write, okay? You said this would be easy. It's question 1, William. Okay, reveal your answer to the camera in 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Let's have a look. You've both gone Gabriel. I like that. Gabby, you've written yourself.
I know my guy. Every time he says
I love that.
No, because it's true as well.
Yeah, so you've written yourself as so you think you're the best centre-back in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I love that confidence.
Yeah, bro.
And
That's
would
why
you-
we are the best defense from now.
From now?
Yeah, from now,
And
yeah.
would you agree with that? Because a lot of people put yourself in that mix as well, but for you,
of
he's the
course.
best centre-back in the league.
I want to watch it because I've got some agendas to run. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. But that scrub Bellingham, bruv. I'm telling you, after watching him stick the place out. last game, hey, bro, listen, I'm there for it, man. I'm telling you. Because you see, when I collect my winnings, yeah, of that Bellingham stinkfest, yeah, that we're going to see, yeah, and for the rest of the tournament, these men have to apologise, bro. This is just. I don't care. He stinks, man. Listen, no amount of GA, yeah, and pictures with Zidane is going to prove me otherwise, innit? This guy's wank. Do you know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, Foden stank as well, bro. But I've been saying it anyway.
First 20 minutes after that, he disappeared.
Man, Phil Foden's a good technical footballer, yeah, but he's just like the rest of these academy robots, bro. I'll be honest, like he hasn't got creative brain in it. He's just got bags of footballing ability on the ball, man. But oh my days, man, like he just can't make things happen, bro. That's not him. It's just not him. He doesn't have that creative brain on him. He hasn't got that Grealish Maverick brain or the Cole Palmer Maverick brain, bro. He's just a very, very good technical player, bro. But he doesn't see things, bro. You know what I mean? And this is what it is with Phil Foden. He's so gifted on the ball, yeah, but he just doesn't have the imagination. He don't have the imagination, man. And it's quite boring to watch at times, bro, because he just runs around in it, like, and oh man, it's upsetting, bro. It's upsetting because he's got bags of ability. Do you know what I mean? So when people look at him, like they'll look at Phil Foden and like he's got so much ability, but a lot of the time he's just not doing anything, and it's not really his fault. That's just not who he is, innit? People need to understand exactly what Madison's got that creative mind in it. Like he can create little passing corridors and stuff. Like Foden can't do that, and I don't think that's Pep's fault. I think that Foden has probably just been coached like that, yeah, and he's always just kind of been that player. Like I don't think you don't create creative players. Do you know what I mean? These players are just born. That's just what it is. Like certain players have certain personality.
Position, and Pep don't blame him on position.
But it doesn't really matter. It's just his personality. When you look at Foden, yeah, he seems really quiet, like really nice kid, wants to just play football. He doesn't have that when you look at these creative, really, really creative players, they got a certain arrogance in it, and he just doesn't have it. It's not his fault. Like Grealish has it. Cole Palmer definitely has it. Do you know what I mean? Madison definitely has it. Do you know what I mean? They're real like cocky, kind of like got that kind of arrogance about him. Like, Foden's just a good kid, man. Like he doesn't have that in him. And a lot of the Mavericks, they've got that arrogance, kind of nastiness, bro. You look at Zidane, Cantona, Bergkamp. Like these guys are nasty guys. You know, they'll stamp on you. Like Bergkamp used to stamp on people all the time. People don't talk about that side of his game.
Bergkamp was dirty.
Yeah, man, they got screw loose, a lot of these guys, innit? All the alcoholics, one or the other. You know what I mean? But they tend to have something wrong with them, these kind of players. And I don't know, Foden's just a nice kid, innit? Too nice.
That United fan is banning from YouTube. If they didn't have Foden, it would be around the same points total as Liverpool. Bellingham as well. He would have won the league if he played that final game with Dortmund. Look what they've been doing in El Clasicos and Manchester derbies. The only thing I can say is they need to bring it home this summer, even with Southgate as manager. Someone said De Bruyne's got 10 assists. I was like, no way. He's joint third with 8 other players. Odegaard, Trippier, Son, Salah on there. Palmer's got 11, Watkins 13. He's only lost one game and he went off. Arsenal had to win the league. City were so dodgy from the Chelsea to Everton game. They were losing 1-0 to Luton and Everton. 2-1 down to Newcastle. Oscar Bob, 91st minute winner. I forgot about the Palace game. 2-0 up and they threw it away. That's with Roy Hodgson. And then Eze getting 4 minutes as well. I watched the whole Luton away game. Them taking the lead just before half time was the worst thing possible. I thought Villa at home could have been a difficult game, not when they're throwing the game like that. Gvardiol should be playing up front. The Real Madrid goal too. He scored against them last season for Leipzig. I've got to mention this Croatian girl I found on Twitter, I chat with sometimes on Discord. The nicest person ever. Croatia won't leave me alone though. World Cup 2018, Euro 2008. Kramaric getting a hat-trick against Brighton. Stanisic at Leverkusen scoring last-minute goals. Croatia being the best stats at Eurovision. Ivan Perisic trying to split on a monthly salary of €1. My FIFA pack's having a Croatian inside every single time. Modric getting a team of the season when he doesn't play. Watford wanting to sign a Croatian in January. I think he's a goalkeeper. There's 3 Croatians in my Ajax career mode who were there at the start. Watch them win the Euros when their team is getting on a bit. If you had a Croatian at the start of the season, you were good. Sheffield United signed him in January. Big Ange got 3 manager of the month awards in a row. Then he left, and Spurs have crumbled a bit. I said Haaland could get injured and they'll still win it. He missed 7 games. Watford can stay in the Championship until he leaves. Because after that, he got 5 against Luton. Also, I swear they're always at home on the final day. Sort of. They didn't lose a game at home, and they nearly lost that one to QPR. 1 draw. Man United were at Sunderland that season. 10 years ago, they won the league at home to West Ham. I knew they won it at Brighton, and the other ones were all at home. The comeback against Villa. If Man City had to go to the London Stadium on the final day, I think Arsenal would be champions. Even with West Ham not having Bowen. That's actually who scored twice in that game. And the treble year, they actually sealed the title against Chelsea at home, and then lost to Brentford. Going from 67 points to 82 is decent. New Invincibles talk if VAR gave them the go at Tottenham. 22 games. I was going to say almost in 2020, but we got relegated because they tapped Nigel Pearson with 2 games left. Not being the worst United team ever is a bit embarrassing in 3 attempts. The league game is where it started going downhill. I said they would lose to Palace for some reason. Maybe because of Tristan Ball. No wonder I had Villa 10th in the end. It was 5-1 to Newcastle. Can you get any more of a dream season? Champions League, losing League 1, Watkins 19 goals. They have straightforward because Spurs are bigger ballers. You can't even have a go at me for saying that. The Brentford one. What the hell happened? Man United and Newcastle did the double over them. They let him score. I think this is the only time I've watched a live Villa game. They ruined my Christmas. I don't really like this fixture. It's that VAR thing. They were 1 minute away from losing with their former player getting the winner. And I think they could have gone top because they played on the Friday. Actually, I watched Spurs away as a sort of the natural goal. Getting your Doggy and Maddison as team of seasons were great shouts. Maddison at the start anyway. Maddison Beer would do a better job now. Watching the entire Chelsea game was a great life decision. It was the game before where everyone loves Big Ange. Now he's an angry fat Australian who needs to stop looking at the floor. Richarlison in December and January was the next R9. He joined Watford in 2017, 2 90-minute goals against Swansea and West Brom. Against Chelsea 4-1 win. He got subbed and started crying. Next season he forced to move to Everton with Marco Silva. I said about the Celso harshly getting thrown at the club to Villarreal. He made it 2-2. 2 assists against Bournemouth, the first 2 goals, then he gets injured again. Wait, Ben Davies and Emerson Royale at centre-back and Solanke didn't do anything. The guys are fools. I went to make dinner. That last part was at 7:12 PM, 1 minute later. I saw the news from this random live stream being on my recommended. I'd believe it from Goldridge. And Rory the Tories wanted him out all season, and when he's gone, he starts crying. I did see that before and thought it was a bit weird. Why is he a sweeper? I was going to say that Pochettino's first season at Spurs was similar to the one he just had. Losing at home to West Brom, Newcastle, Stoke, and Aston Villa. Losing the final of the Carabao Cup. An English player having a breakthrough season. That Spurs team got 1 more point. Chelsea in the second predictions video I got right. Thank you, Cole Palmer. I made the video after Forest, and I still believed, even when he took 4 points out of 12. If they didn't beat Luton, I'd put them 16th. Before I put them second because of the Fulham and Brighton games, they tricked me. The year I put Arsenal second, I watched them in pre-season a bit, against Everton. I watched their first game and they looked decent as well. Their team's changed a bit since then. Palmer's first start was Fulham away, 7 games in. Sterling was starting the other ones. Apparently he played up front against Arsenal. Where did Broha go? He was starting the other 2 against Burnley and Fulham. Would Cole Palmer be starting if Nkunku didn't get injured? They get a lot of penalties when Watford got 1 all season and the players we have are really skillful. That was a shootout. Maddison could be one to watch out for. Yeah, he could be winning the Champions League. If that happened, then I would have sat Pochettino for playing Cucurella, Colwell there. And he kept being played on the wing at Chelsea. Chelsea's form has been insane since Trevor Chalobah got back in the team. Madueke is a baller for England under 21s, but Pochettino didn't want to play him at the start. Don't worry, Petrovic wasn't in goal. Wesley Fofana, Reece James, Chukwuemeka, and Kunku have been injured all season. And Lavia, if I didn't see him. What is contract length? 2032? Then I was going to say that his team is settled now, but Bowley's going to spend a lot of money on wonder kids again. Who's this? You need to sign players that are experienced because Thiago Silva's gone. Why do they need a goalkeeper? I don't really know about Petrovic. He's got a similar name to my Croatian friend. Newcastle, completely different team away, and that's with an 8-0 win, and their last 2 away games at Burnley and Brentford 4-1 and 4-2. I said Eddie Howe stayed the whole season. December was a mess. AC Milan at home. Also Chelsea away where they lost. Trippier not clearing the ball and then Ludwig scored. And December was when Trippier was out of form. Everton away mainly. Nottingham Forest, Townsend and Chris Wood scoring against them. Former players. Chris Wood actually got a hat-trick in their stadium. Dan Burn playing left back against all these pacey wingers. The Bournemouth one was my favourite, Antoine Semenyo. He's been through enough, he's got 4 fingers on one hand. Sandro Tonali was a great signing. The year before, almost every player I had in this turned insane. That was a glitch in the Matrix. Almiron's gone back to playing like Almiron. The dive against, I think it was Brighton. Wait, Burn and Almiron scored against PSG, they're embarrassing. And Sean Longstaff. Jacob Murphy assist. I swear the Shaw goal was insane as well. Man United have a negative goal difference. Watford's was 0, so hold that. In 21-22 they had 0. I would rather play Angry Ginge at centre-back over Casemiro. Also, why is every club getting so many injuries other than Arsenal? Timber in the first game, Partey and Tomiyasu, I think that was it. Saka kept getting injured, then he's back the next game. 5 games that ended 4-3. And they were lucky that the Coventry game wasn't. I nearly stopped watching football after this. This was the day I kept throwing up bile. I didn't even watch the 4-3 and the 2-2. I was in Stratford on this day. West Ham were playing at the same time. So, I was in the train station at 2-1. And then when I get home it's 4-3. I said Rashford would score 11. I don't know if I said all competitions. I hit the England selector thing because it's a bit awkward. 401 games. I can't see him playing for anyone else. PSG or Arsenal maybe. I don't think Arteta would want him. Or West Ham if he takes a pay cut. Do what Jesse Lingard did. So Rashford earns 375k a week. West Ham's highest paid player is Paquetá on 150k. If he wants to join Watford, he's more than welcome to. Tom Clowley is taking us to the Prem. West Ham were 4th after deadline day, and I still put them 11th. The worst defence outside of the bottom 3. I've watched them more than any team this season because my mates support them, and they are an average side. But Bowen, Paquetá and Kudus are world class. They have a top half, starting 11, and the rest of it I wouldn't take at Watford's. I would then Corney. And that is all they had, by the way. When they were in the Europa League, they let Benrahma go to Lyon and Fornells go to Betis. And then they don't really lose at home. The top 2, and then Everton and Fulham. I watched 5 games in a row from them at one point. Man United to Sheffield United, and Liverpool 5-1. I said they would fall down the table when they were winning 1-0. There's a lucky corner goal. I've not watched it back. All I know is just lucky how it fell to him, I think. They were 6th then. This was another classic game. 2 red cards in added time. McBurney, 103rd minute. I think that's the latest goal in Premier League history. But yeah, I said they would drop down the league just like 2014, 2015. Sam Allardyce left at the end of the season. Palace were 15th when Roy left. I'm taking that as a correct prediction. I knew Glasgow got All-Spurs Champions League, but he won the Europa League with Frankfurt. I don't even care if they played Rangers in the final. They defeated Barcelona and West Ham on Vue. Following season, second in the Champions League group stage against Tottenham, Sporting and Marseille. Did I mention I love Crystal Palace?
We love you, and when you play, we follow. Because we support the Palace, and that's the way we like it.
I did it because West Ham were going to be tired after playing Leverkusen at home. Palace had 2 home games, had momentum after beating Liverpool. Mateta scored against City. I wanted to take him out of my team after that, but I just left him in. I'll take a 3-goal and 1 assist game as well. And he had 3 goals before Glasgow joined. 16. That's better than what Mishu did at Swansea. He should be going to the Euros over Cole Mawani. Take Michael Elise as well. Under Hodgson, it was the other French striker. 8 goals. I think I had him in against Wolves, FPL, because in pre-season I watched their game against Watford and he got 2 goals there. Wilson and Nunes in January have been class. Joel Ward has finally stopped getting games. 307 Premier League appearances. Nathaniel Klein is playing all at centre back. This is since his first game. 14 goals conceded. That's the 3rd best. I'll give them 6th or 7th if they keep everyone and buy some new players. And this leads me on to their rivals Brighton. 2 wins, 3 draws, 7 defeats, 6 goals, 21 conceded. Finishing bottom half is a disappointing season. Shows how far they've come as a club. Brighton won 5 of their first 6. If the season started after those games, they would be 16th. Playing 2 goalkeepers was so weird. If he goes to Bayern, enjoy Neuer and Ulreich. Adam Lallana playing most games. It says top right he's leaving. They gave James Milner a new contract. Wait, what's his stats? 1 assist there. Why is he playing? The only thing to say with them is big players being injured. Solly March. 3 goals in the first 2 games. Knee injury all season. And Brian got their midfield ripped apart by disgusting Super League clubs. If you saw Caicedo's goal against Bournemouth, Ecuadorian Charlie Adam. Bournemouth 12th, which I think was right on the September video. Cheers Irish guy. The only guy that still believed in Iriola after the Wolves game. And that was to their former manager, Gary O'Neill. They were winning that game. If he lost the game after to Burnley, he would have been sacked in my opinion. They were losing. Tavernier missed a sitter. Semenyo equalises. James Trafford is so far out of his goal that Billin lobs him from 40 yards. And then Jay Rodriguez was offside for 2-2 and Radu stops them, scoring at the end. I said about their midfielder Billin, Tyler Adams and Alex Scott, and I don't think they really played 20 minutes mainly. Alex Scott, not the BBC percenter. And Tyler Adams played 138 minutes. What a season. Max Owens was another one having them so high. He played Adam Smith more. I don't know how old he is, apparently 33. Lewis Cook played 3,205 minutes. Christie might be the other midfielder. Signed Unal, 2 goals. Semenyo, Cliver. I said it was between Uatara and Semenyo being in their top 6 players. One with Uatara. He ended up playing left back in the end. You can't do that with 16 defensive awareness. And that was because he scored a 95th minute winner at Spurs away. It's just Longley guy ever won a game. The first 5 players on the bench ended up starting for them in the end, and Semenyo. Zidane played 37 Premier League games, by the way. But he doesn't play for big clubs, so he's not getting mentioned by pundits. I found the Bristol City of the Premier League, happy to be in mid-table season. Late November and early December, Fulham and Man City swap places. Like Freaky Friday. Fulham were battering teams, then he got something out of Liverpool. And they drew 4-4, 1-1, 3-3, lost 1-0 and were 1-0 down to Luton. And Fulham are confusing. They beat Spurs and Man United away. 4 points off Arsenal, but Burnley took 4 points off them. 3-3 with Sheffield United. I was going to move on to Wolves, but you have to mention Rodrigo Menez, 10 goals. He signed Broha, gave him 80 minutes, then he came out of nowhere. His first goal in England was against Watford. And he scored against me in the playoff final. Then he got injured. This is a must-watch video. Although he's been great for them, apparently he cost 25 million. I think that was the winner against United. Yeah, well, Bassi got the first, both Nigerian. Then also Anthony Robinson at left back. I said they would get relegated in 19th. In the end, I put them 20th, like Irish guy. It was this game the year before. Brighton's second team mainly. With McAllister on the bench and that. Robert Sanchez, Matoma, Casado. And I said they would go down at 1-0, then it went to 6. If you didn't put them in the bottom 3, you're mad. They were having a fire drill. The manager left as well, Lopetegui. These were who they were bringing in. Tom King from Northampton, a goalkeeper. Tommy Doyle. Doherty back. Boubacar Traore, I don't know who that is. The same with Bueno. Bella guard, I think he got a red card against Luton. Other than that, I don't know if he plays. Yeah, not really. It's Lamina and Wow Gomez. Mateus Cunha, I thought, was one of those players that was only good on FIFA. Last season he got 2 in 17, and I laughed when he spent 50 million on him. Leeds and Leicester are the relegated teams. Pedro Neto's got 9 assists and 20. I thought he had way more than 2 goals though. He's always injured. Pedro Neto's the guy that scored the disallowed goal in that game. It's been around that long. Celebrated like I won the World Cup. I would too if I scored at Anfield. Wang got 13. He's a good player because he scored against Portugal at the World Cup. Unknown injury. Also had a load of injuries this season, so I'll probably give Gary O'Neill manager of the season. Gary O'Neill stopped ranting about VAR in the end. He was losing all his money. This one was a joke on the first day. Because Onana did the exact same thing against Burnley. Or I would give manager of the season to Sean Dyche. Were they actually 20th for that long? They were the second lowest scorers. And they would have finished 12th if it wasn't for the 8 points deduction. This is who they have, and they were 14 points clear of Luton. I thought Bell would be good. Good thing I didn't bet on it. Terrible joke. 6 goals. People need to start taking this man seriously. He was linked with PSG for a reason when he was at Watford. Capu, Decore, who's top 10 best midfielders in Premier League history. Can I go back to those times, please? I thought he was done in the league after that terrible season at Villa in 2016. He's still gone at 34. Why is Brentford linked to Blackburn? Not many people know he was at PSV last season. Ashley Young made his Watford debut when I was 5. When is it going to end? 31 games, 2,289 minutes. Muscle injury. Coleman's only played 661 minutes, another pensioner. Best value for money signing though in Premier League history, 60k. How many games did he play for them? 422. Brentford I got right the first time. The two YouTubers I watched had them 10th and 11th. What? With Tony being banned? The fact their first half of the season is better than the second. He was better at the Forest game. Yeah, that's why they fell off. In Bournemouth injury, I signed him for Ajax, career modes. I'm struggling on how to use him. It doesn't score for me. Whistler's the GOAT though. 12 goals. Balassi if he had end product. Brentford are the only team in world football that would hype up the signing Mopai. 8 goals, 4 assists. Forest, they're on the thumbnail. What I will do is put them 20th for next season and they will finish 4th. I like Forest. I watched this game in a stadium because my family are Chelsea fans. And this is why they signed Hudson-Odoi to assist Morata. Then I'm subbed to a Forest YouTuber. And that was because he did a Portsmouth career mode the same year as me. And then I posted that video on the 2nd of June. This was the 4th of June. He had to have been spying on my channel. And I like Forest this season for relegating the toilet and returning my GOAT back. They signed 3 goalkeepers this season. 3 the year before. They had to sign Navas, Henderson was injured. Before that though, they had Brice Samba, who got nominated for the Ballon d'Or. And he helped them get honored the semi-final against Sheffield United on penalties. I think he saved about 3 of them. I put them 7th because they just beat Chelsea 1-0 away and signed Sengare on deadline day. I've learned my lesson with these overrated Ivory Coast midfielders now. We want to call Seri at Fulham. They are not Yaya Toure. I think this guy or Calvin Phillips has to be the worst signing. Giovanni Reina from Dortmund, what's the point? I like Origi, he needs a statue outside Anfield. I knew it was going to be terrible. 7 goals for Wolfsburg, 2 for Milan. I won 20 goals or more. He got 20 games in the league. Groin surgery. The first year he got 10 in 27. Groin injury again. He was my Mateta in FPL last season. I brought him in against Southampton. I didn't captain him or triple captain him, no. Forest strikers did get a combined 20 goals. No help from Origi. This guy's a legend. He's a centre back and he's nearly scoring some insane goals. Palace away, Luton away, and I think Spurs away. I'm not going to laugh if they were Sheffield United, 100%. This is one of my best ever predictions. I actually backed them. So did Watford's goalkeeper.
I think Luton are going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think Luton are going to make it horrible for everybody.
They've got a distinctive style of football.
Kenilworth Road, right? I'm not. It is the.
Yeah, but are they going to play a home game at Kenilworth Road?
It's the worst place in the world to play football. I promise you. Right? So we played them a couple of years ago in the Championship with Watford, and their pitch is abysmal, right? And I don't want them to make it all nice and clean and like a carpet. I don't want them. I want them to make it exactly what the stadium should be. All right, bumpy, dry, long grass, like horrible. I really want to see that. So when teams come over and they're playing at Kenilworth Road, they just think, oh no.
Well, that's how they're going to stay up if they're going to.
The fans there as well get right behind them, right? It is a horrible place to go. And I honestly think if Luton can make their home form good, I think they'll surprise a lot of teams. They work really hard, you know. As a team, they work so hard. They get up against you. So I'm going to put it out there. I think Luton are going to stay up this season.
Watford got 23 points 2 years ago. We were just in the Prem for 5 years in a row. Rob Edwards will get better job offers after this. They're going to earn Redbridge, for example. Ashell's dad is one of their best players, over Giles, who got sent back to the Championship. And Giles got a team of the season that year at Middlesbrough. He went to Hull. How many clubs does this guy want? 4 in one season. I watched their 3 PM game on a live stream against Sheffield United. If they won, they would have ended up surviving. They would have gone 6 points clear of Forest. No chance they would have come back from that. And that was the Blaze' only away win. I think they would have stayed up if their captain didn't collapse against Bournemouth. Lockyer and Hashioka are the only Luton players I like. He kept scoring on goals. Then I said Cauley Woodrow would do something this season, because he's got the same initials as Connor Wickham, who kept Sunderland up. Just gone to the Airhead, Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford. Never been Sunderland get points. 96th minute winner after Everton at FA Cup. He lost the 96th minute, only got 9 minutes in that game. His other Premier League goal was against Palace for Fulham, and that was probably like 10 years ago. There's no points dropped from winning positions table, but I think they'll probably win that. Play that in-betweeners movie clip right now because they've ruined my prediction.
Love you, Burnley! Way you! Love you, Burnley! Way you! Love you, Burnley! Way you! Oh, Burnley, we love you! Oh, Burnley! Oh, Burnley! It's wonderful! It's wonderful! Burnley! It's wonderful! Can you hear a person sing? I can't hear a fucking...
When people now ask me if I like football, I say yes, I do like football, but not Burnley. Burnley can fuck off.
Considering Company is one of the best defenders in Premier League history, his team ain't very good at it. The goals they're conceding are schoolboy level, and enjoy being in funny goal compilations which the Everton and Brighton game. If I didn't play FIFA, I'd only know at the start of the season who Burge, Muric, Cullen, Taylor and O'Shea are from that final starting 11. When they were playing Sheffield United, I didn't know who to put in my FPL team. Benson signed a new 4-year contract and didn't get played. He's another one of them from the Bristol City career mode. That's what I was saying about Almiron. Glitching the matrix. He was like the Belgian Robin, scoring the same insane goal about 5 times. Those 8 games barely add up to a football match. What happened? And 45 minutes was Villa. Mike Trezor, 78 rated on FIFA. No goals or assists, 412 minutes. Yeah, they were playing Kolyosha at one point. It was good. Did anyone know Redmond's been there all season? Team of the season at Besiktas. His stats, 12 games, 130 minutes. And yeah, he got injured. He's only 19. £111 million spent. Most of these were signed just so that Burnley Twitter account can make a funny video. Oh yeah, Trafford was in my team of the season video as well. I said maybe he does what Gavin Basunu did at Southampton. Not keep many clean sheets, then get dropped. That's what happened. 62 goals conceded. And it looks like Company's going to be buying a manager. I think he's a good manager. You can't forget what he did in the Championship. But you can't go from Burnley to Brighton. Give him the Brighton job. Watford finished 15th in the Championship, and I would only take 7 off their players. Mainly because I know they're good at that level. Ahmed Hodzic, Trusty, Bogle, Harmer, Brereton Diaz, Archer, McBurney. The rest of their players are all non-league standards. Chris Basham, with the worst injury I've seen at Fulham, didn't help things. Take Saliba out of Arsenal's defence and see how many they concede. John Egan as well. Other than one game, they were staying in games at the start. This club is so unlucky with centre-back injuries. He's had to retire at 30. That was another awful season. The year before, they finished 9th. And I said they would stay up that year. Back to that Forest FA Cup game. 3 Sheffield United players are in that Forest Cup team. Ahmed Hodson, Robinson, Osborne.